When the Hun clan stirred and ancient seals began to break, the world unknowingly stepped toward its final reckoning. Beneath peaceful skies, young cultivators laughed and dreamed, while far below the earth, horrors older than history awaited their awakening. And standing between silence and annihilation was a man who had already chosen to bear the weight of destiny, even if it meant burning himself to ashes. If you enjoy my way of explaining and storytelling, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really motivates me to keep creating. Bang! A thunderous explosion erupted as molten magma violently burst apart. The deafening roar echoed through the tunnel leading to the subterranean magma world beneath the blazing sky Qi refining tower. In the next instant, amid the stunned gazes of Xianxia and the others, a battered and wretched figure shot out from the surging sea of magma. Yogagege! Zhana rushed forward without hesitation. Her face paled the moment she clearly saw his condition. I'm fine. Xiao Yan's figure flickered as he landed steadily on solid ground. He casually wiped away the faint trace of blood lingering at the corner of his lips. However, the solemnity in his eyes was impossible to conceal as his gaze locked onto the magma tunnel behind him. His fingers slowly clenched into a fist. He had never imagined that such a terrifying existence lay hidden at the very bottom of the magma world. What happened? Su Qian, Meng Tianchi, and the others cried out in alarm. Xiao Yan's current state alone was enough to send chills through their hearts. They knew his strength better than anyone, yet even he had been forced into such a miserable condition. Just what kind of monster lurked beneath the magma? Old Mang. Xiao Yan's voice was deep and heavy. Send word to clan head Gu Yuan and the others. The information has been confirmed. Mang Tianqi's face twitched violently. His heart pounded as if struck by a hammer. He fully understood the weight of those words. Without the slightest hesitation, he turned and hurried away to relay the news. The ancient god mansion. It's really beneath the magma. Kailin stared at the tunnel, disbelief flickering in her eyes. She had once remained within this magma world for quite some time, yet she had sensed nothing unusual. Yes. Xiao Yan nodded and briefly recounted everything he had encountered at the bottom of the magma lake. As the story unfolded, the expressions of Xianxia and the others changed dramatically, especially when they learned of the mysterious existence whose strength rivaled that of Gu Yuan and Hun Tiandi. Fortunately, Xiao Yan let out a bitter laugh. That thing seems unable to leave its realm. Otherwise, today would have ended very differently. Judging from the terrifying might it had displayed, no one present would have been capable of stopping it had it emerged. For now, all we can do is wait for the Alliance army to arrive. Xiao Yan exhaled softly, his voice carrying a deep sense of pressure. If the Hun clan succeeds this time, we may never get another chance to turn the tide. If Hun Tiandi obtained the embryonic Dai pill and truly stepped into the Dodi realm, then this world would have no one left who could oppose him. Even the combined alliance would be powerless. Shana and the others nodded silently. At this point, there was nothing else they could do. The main hall of the Hun realm. Are you saying the mission failed? Hun Tiandi sat upon the leader's throne. His eyes narrowed as he stared down at the trembling figure kneeling below. His voice was calm yet chilling. Yes. Cold sweat drenched the man's back, but his words remained clear. For reasons unknown, our movements were discovered by Xiao Yan's group. Shortly after Hun Yu and the others entered the Black Corner region, they were intercepted, and all perished at Xiao Yan's hands. Hun Tiandi's expression darkened. How could Xiao Yan have known their whereabouts? Clan head, the man hurriedly replied. Xiao Yan was once a student of Jianan Academy in the Black Corner region. It's likely the academy sensed danger and sought his help. I do not believe he was aware of our true objective. Humph. A cold snort rang out. That brat is as cunning as a fox. If he hadn't already sensed something amiss, how could he have arrived in time, even with the academy's warning? The nihility devouring flame spoke, black fire flickering ominously in his eyes. The figures kneeling below dared not refute him. You're suggesting, Hun Tiandi frowned, that Xiao Yan may already know the ancient god mansion lies within the Black Corner region. This was knowledge the Hun clan had only uncovered after immense effort and by gathering the ancient jade. How could Xiao Yan possibly know? We can't rule it out, Nihility Devouring Flame said coldly. That fellow roamed the Black Corner region for years. Who knows what traces he uncovered? He paused, then continued in a low voice. Regardless, it's time for us to act. Any further delay could spell disaster. Hun Tiandi fell silent for a moment before nodding slowly. Where's Gu Yuan? Nihility Devouring Flame asked. He's been watching our realm closely. A large-scale movement won't escape his notice. I've already arranged for a wormhole to be constructed in the northwestern region. Hun Tiandi replied calmly. You will lead a group through it to the Black Corner region. I will personally hold Gu Yuan back. Very well. Nihility Devouring Flame hesitated, then nodded. As long as I obtain the embryonic dipil. Hun Tiandi slowly lifted his head, gazing toward the vast ceiling of the hall. A chilling smile crept onto his face. The so-called Alliance army will be nothing more than ants. Star Realm, Stone Tower Summit. Gu Yuan sat atop the stone tower, his expression calm yet unfathomable. Vast, boundless spiritual strength surged around him like a silent tide filling the air with suffocating pressure. Aside from a select few, no one dared approach within 1,000 feet. His eyes were closed. His spiritual strength pierced through layers of space, silently probing the location of the Hun realm. Threads of spiritual force wrapped around the distant space, monitoring even the faintest disturbance. Buzz. Suddenly space trembled violently. A human figure condensed from the distortion, standing with hands clasped behind his back. Gu Yuan's eyes snapped open. With a cold snort, his figure vanished, reappearing directly before the newcomer. Hun Tiandi. A sharp glint flashed across Gu Yuan's eyes as he stared at the refined man in white. Among the four of us back then, Hun Tiandi smiled faintly. Only the two of us remain. The world truly changes with time. The deaths of the other two have much to do with you, Gu Yuan replied coldly. Hun Tiandi neither confirmed nor denied it. If you are willing to cooperate with me, he suddenly said, I will assist you once I reach the Du-Di realm. Gu Yuan was momentarily stunned, then laughed softly. Do you truly think that's possible? What a pity. Hun Tiandi shook his head. You're one of the few people I respect. He gazed into the endless void. They say a Do-Di is omnipotent. Yet all those ancient Do-Di vanished without a trace. These answers, he murmured, will be revealed once I reach that realm. Suddenly his aura surged vast, tyrannical, unstoppable. This world will no longer be able to restrain me. Even Gu Yuan did not laugh, because he knew. Hun Tiandi possessed both the arrogance and the qualification to say such words. You're trying to delay me, Gu Yuan said coldly. Hun Tiandi laughed lightly. It's about time. The ancient god mansion lies in the Black Corner region, Gu Yuan said calmly. Hun Tiandi's smile froze, then slowly faded. So, you already know. The heavens are not on your side, Gu Yuan laughed. We'll see who loses, Hun Tiandi replied, spreading his hands. After a brief pause, he asked, Xiao. Gu Yuan smiled but said nothing. That boy. Hun Tiandi shook his head. Who would have thought the fallen Xiao clan would produce such a monster? His gaze darkened. If we could kill Xiao Xuan once, we can kill a second. Gu Yuan. Space twisted violently. Let's go to the Black Corner region and see. His figure vanished. Gu Yuan's eyes flashed coldly. In the next instant, he appeared within the Star Realm's meeting hall. Lei Ying, he commanded solemnly, assemble the alliance. This time, we must stop the Hun clan. Jianan Academy. A wide stone road stretched through the academy grounds, flanked on both sides by towering trees whose branches interwove overhead. Students came and went in steady streams, youthful vitality overflowing like spring water, filling the forest with laughter and lively chatter. They were utterly unaware that a storm capable of overturning heaven and earth was silently approaching. No panic, no fear. Their conversations were instead filled with animated retellings of Xiaoyan's past appearance, voices brimming with admiration, excitement, and pride. High above, upon the thick branch of an ancient tree, Xiaoyan lay stretched out in rare repose. A blade of grass dangled from the corner of his lips, its faint bitterness slowly spreading across his tongue. His gaze rested on the boundless azure sky. It had been many, many years since he could lie here so quietly, simply watching the clouds drift. So many years have passed. Xiaoyan closed his eyes and let out a soft, involuntary sigh. The days he once spent cultivating within Jianan Academy still felt vivid, as though they had happened only yesterday. And yet, in the blink of an eye, he was no longer that reckless youth struggling for survival. Indeed, many years. A gentle voice sounded beside his ear. Xiaoyan opened his eyes and turned his head only to see a familiar, graceful figure standing beside the tree. Long, slender legs caught the light beneath her instructor's robe. His lips curled upward instinctively, a teasing smile surfacing. What beautiful legs! Xiao Yu's face flushed instantly. She shot him a fierce glare and scolded. You're already so old, yet you still don't know how to behave properly. Xiao Yan merely smiled, placing both hands behind his head. He said nothing. This quiet, this rare, unguarded peace, was something he deeply cherished. Over the years, the Hall of Souls and the Hun clan had pressed down on him like a colossal mountain, leaving him barely able to breathe. He knew that only by never ceasing to grow stronger could he avoid being crushed into dust. And if he fell, his family and his clan would follow. The decisive battle was approaching. Xiao Yan understood clearly this would likely be the battle that determined everything. Yet precisely because of that, the tightly wound string in his heart had finally loosened. He had done all that could be done. He had pushed himself to the utmost limit. Now it was time to await fate's verdict. Xiao Yu sat down beside him with elegant composure. She turned her head slightly, studying the face beside her. Compared to the past, it was sharper, steadier, imbued with the calm resolve of one who had endured countless trials. The youthful tenderness had quietly transformed into a deeper, more compelling charm. It was a face one could look at for a very long time. Xiao Yu curved her red lips faintly. In the years she had spent teaching at the academy, she had encountered countless talented youths. Many had pursued her fervently, yet every one of them had ultimately failed. Each time she found herself unconsciously comparing them to the man before her, and shaking her head. After years of cultivation and experience, she understood all too well just how dazzling this man truly was. If only we weren't blood-related. Such thoughts occasionally surfaced in her heart, causing her cheeks and ears to burn as she hurriedly scolded herself inwardly for being shameless. Are you thinking about romance? Xiao Yan's eyes had opened at some unknown point. He glanced at the female instructor beside him, who was biting her lower lip, and asked with a faint smile. Yes. This time Xiao Yu did not deny it. Her bright eyes blinked as she smiled sweetly. Ah, Xiao Yan was genuinely startled. Under normal circumstances, this would have earned him a flying kick. He quickly glanced at her eyes. There was something quietly flowing within them. He coughed lightly and withdrew his gaze. Xiao Yu bit her lip harder, the ripples in her heart slowly calming. She looked at him and spoke softly. Thank you. Huh? Xiao Yan blinked, then laughed. You're being strangely confusing today. These words were entrusted to me by the clan members. When I last returned to the Jiama Empire, Xiao Yu said with a smile. Xiao Yan froze for a moment. The smile at the corner of his lips softened, warming unmistakably. The younger generation, and even many elders, now regard you as a god. Xiao Yu continued gently. Others can scold them, but if anyone dares speak ill of you, they'll immediately fight back. Some have even charged into sects alone because of this. Her voice was calm, almost casual, like recounting ordinary family affairs. Yet it carried an indescribable warmth. Ha! This god of theirs was once called useless trash. Xiao Yan laughed openly. You petty fellow. Xiao Yu rolled her eyes. That was when we were all children, and you still remember it. Xiao Yan laughed quietly, listening as Xiao Yu continued speaking of clan matters, gazing up at the endless blue sky. He had not enjoyed such tranquility for many, many years. Xiao Mei returned to the Jiama Empire a few years ago. They say she can now stand on her own. When the clan tried to choose a new clan head, every vote somehow ended up with your name. The elders didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Her voice gradually faded. Xiao Yu turned her head only to find Xiao Yan's eyes closed, his breathing slow, steady. He had fallen asleep. Xiao Yu was startled, then felt a twinge of heartache. Carefully she shifted his head, letting it rest gently upon her soft legs. She lowered her head, watching his sleeping face, the smile at her lips, tender beyond words. The clan knows how much you've sacrificed. You've borne everything alone. To protect the clan, you risk your life again and again. Many of the children are training desperately now. They say they want to be strong enough to help you one day. The branches above swayed softly in the breeze. Xiao Yu exhaled a fragrant breath. Her hand slowly lifted, hesitating as it hovered near his face. Then suddenly, Xiao Yan's eyes snapped open. The serenity vanished instantly. In its place, a sharpness that made one's soul tremble surged within his black pupils. Xiao Yu startled quickly, withdrawing her hand, smiling as though nothing had happened. Awake? Yes. Xiao Yan rose smoothly to his feet, gazing toward the distant horizon. They're here. Xiao Yu's expression changed. She knew exactly who they were. So fast, she murmured. Inform the first elder, Xiaoyan said gravely. Gather all students immediately. Once the fighting starts, they won't be able to endure it. Understood. Xiao Yu turned to leave, then paused as Xiaoyan spoke again. Thank you, Sister Xiao Yu. She froze. It was the first time he had ever called her that. They had quarreled endlessly since childhood. This form of address felt almost unreal. She suddenly laughed brightly. Good boy, little brother. This sister will be watching you show your heroic might. She flew down, her eyes dimming ever so slightly when she turned away. They were brother and sister. Xiaoyan stood atop the tree, hands clasped behind his back, watching her retreating figure. He sighed softly. He was no fool, he understood far more than he let on. But some matters were destined to bear no fruit. Shaking his head, he cast aside the lingering melancholy and turned his gaze solemnly toward the horizon. Violent energy fluctuations rippled from afar, a presence he knew all too well. Swoosh, figures flashed into existence beside him, Shun Sai Lin and the others. The Hun clan, the two women asked. Xiaoyan nodded. Below, instructors were already leading students toward the open grounds, tension hanging thick in the air. Be careful, Xiaoyan said softly to the two women beside him. You too, they replied. Xiaoyan smiled, then suddenly stepped forward and pulled both Shun and Kai Lin into his arms, their faces flushing crimson. When this is over, he whispered, we'll hold a grand wedding. Yes. Joy and shyness shimmered in their eyes as they nodded. Xiaoyan released them and descended to the open ground. With a wave of his hand, space lay open, revealing a massive spatial rift leading to the heavenly tomb. First Elder, he said calmly, don't worry. I've already instructed the beings within. They won't harm the students. Su Qian bowed deeply. Little fellow, thank you. He wasted no time. Students poured into the rift like a flood. Once they were safe, Xiaoyan rose again into the sky. In the distance, black clouds surged forward at lightning speed, monstrous aura rolling outward like a tidal wave. Xiaoyan took a deep breath and clenched his fist. The Alliance army has arrived. Suddenly, space to the north shattered violently. Countless figures emerged, tearing through the void, rushing toward Jianan Academy like a divine tide. Pride surged within Xiaoyan's chest. He threw back his head and roared toward the heavens, a thunderous cry that echoed for 50 kilometers. Hun Clan, if you wish to fight, I will fight until your fill. That's all for today's content. See you in the next part. Support me by becoming a member. It will give me more motivation. Thank you so much.